I mean, is it alive? Hello? Hello? I mean, honestly, I can literally just, like, if you guys did join Discord, I could literally drag you all up here. Because in this channel, people only have the ability. We used to have this channel as a place to avoid ads. So, like, I could drag people in here so they could listen without delay. Like, Abyss used to all the time get dragged in here because he'd play Final Fantasy with us as a healer. So I wouldn't want him to have delay. Like, honestly, if you guys did want to join, I could drag you up and just, you guys would not have the right to speak. But, like, we could kind of just chill or talk about whatever. If we wanted to. I don't really care. It's up to you. But, like, yeah. Kind of one of those things. Like, if it DCs again, then we can just kind of do that. I don't really care. Or I could just join chit chat and, like, actually communicate as a normal human. But, like, I didn't hear anything after my experience of the day one thing. I said, hey, bro, I always know. I always know. Only takes a couple of messages, but I always know whenever somebody's going to fit. I can always sense my people in people. It's because I can see from your reactions how your brain works. Okay, so I'm really weird, Booty, where I constantly analyze things. So if I see how your brain works in a couple of small ways, I can see how your brain patterns are going to work on a wider scale. So I will be able to assume a lot from that just off of like a little bit of conversation. You can ask anybody that. That's you literally like ask anybody about how I am if they've been around for a while, and they will tell you that I am not nearly as silly as I make myself out to be. So if I tell you that like you are, yeah, my brain does it, just not to the extent that Levy's does. Yeah, no, I'm weird. I'm really weird. Like I know that you might think that I'm weird, but like I'm definitely a lot weirder than you think I am. It doesn't mean that I'm not ungenuine. I'm very genuine. Only because it takes too much effort for me to not be. Why would I ever be ungenuine when I can just make friends that I genuinely enjoy? And that's me. I'm not going to fake anything because it takes too much effort. I don't want to keep lying. Done it before, not fun. Boring. I overthink too much, but not with how people present themselves to a mass. It's all shown to us what he wants us to see. And that's totally true. And as a man of people have told me that this is what I remind them of a lot of ways, and I've probably agreed on it every time. Is, you know, the old stories of Fae where the Fae will never lie to you and they cannot physically lie to you about something. If you ask where the sun rises, they have to tell you the exact area. But, like, they can dance around the truth and, like, present it in a way that makes you think it's the correct answer, but it's not. That is very much me. I will never tell you a direct lie. Oh, my God, Abyss, you shit. I don't know why our internet's being like this, boys. I really don't. Rin. Oh, is she? I didn't actually see that. She almost got away with it. Is she really? She doesn't have it in her status or anything. She's usually not that smart. What? That bitch. She started when you went down. That fool. That fool. Little does she know. Yeah, she thought she was fucking slick, bro. She really did. She really did. And it's so cute. It's so cute to me. It really is. Rin's a homie. I like Rin. But what I was gonna say before is I'm very much like the Fae, where I will never directly lie, and I also don't feel like putting in the effort to ever like cheat you on something. Yes, I could absolutely be presenting a front, but I'm not. If I wanted to be, I would, and it'd be pretty easy. But I'm not because I genuinely like you guys. And if I thought that it was going to be like, if I wanted this to just be a business or whatever, then I would just be a business. But like also the way to build a business like this with like streaming is to have a genuine core audience of people, like a genuine core audience of people you never have to worry about leaving and like worry about like if you get canceled about something that's just completely made up, that everything just disappears. People that you can trust, people that you can like be like, hey man, can you help me out on this? And they would help you out. Like the authentic OG fans, the people who are going to be there thick and thin. That is the most important group in literally any fan base, because they're the ones who are welcoming the new people. They're the ones that have to tell the lore. They are the ones that have to let people know that this is a this is a space that is worth being in. If you don't have those people, then you don't have anything. If you can't come up with like friends and champions to literally be like, this is my streamer, this is the person that I like, then why would you ever be worth a lot of people watching? You know what I mean? It takes loyal viewers to bring in more viewers. That's kind of the whole point of the bounty system of like bringing people in, is just like a little way to encourage people to bring other people too. Bring your friends. I don't mind. I'm never going to uninclude anybody ever. Unless you're really weird and you make other people uncomfortable, in which case I will absolutely throw you out onto the curb, because then you just aren't being productive to the community. Or like making everybody enjoy their time more. And that's my point. I want you guys to have a spot where you can literally spend every day and be happy. Because that's what everybody deserves. You hit 100K points? Oh my god, yes. Hell yeah. It's masking the personal issues and identifiable information at most I get from you. Well, see, okay, so, Booty, I'm a little bit weird because I'm kind of a sociopath, but, like, sociopaths get a weirdly bad rap, in my opinion. First is okay until you pass other people's comfortability. Oh, for sure. And you'll notice that I'm very careful about it, even if it doesn't seem like it. If you watch how I structure sentences and everything, you will notice that almost every single thing that I do is planned and intended. It's really weird once you start to pay attention to it. And that's why I don't ever point it out, because I don't like it whenever people know it, because then it makes it kind of a thing that you try to see, and it makes it less authentic and fun to watch. But no, I am probably the most careful person on what I say, in general, by a large margin. For me, it's like, yeah, I absolutely do think of everything before I say it. Because it's kind of one of those things where, like, if I'm surpassing somebody's comfortability, like, oh, man. I have a lot of experience with people. A lot more than I could possibly say on a live stream with, like, experience with people. I understand humans. It's just easier not to point it out so he doesn't try to hide it more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where, like, I don't try to hide things. If anything, I'll talk around them because I don't want other personal details just to be out there. Because, like, there's 3 things that I value in this world. 1 is Oxy. 2 is my dogs. And 3 is both of those things. And I've slowly come to really enjoy streaming because I get to talk to people who are willing to listen, willing to learn something on if I'm like actually like trying to give advice on something. Because, like, my thing is I will never give advice to somebody who I don't think will learn something from it. And I never will give you the answer, because if I give you the answer, then there's no point. Because you're just copying my homework, but I'm also, like, vastly different from a lot of people. So, like, if you copy my homework, it's never going to work for you more than once. It just won't work. Trust me. I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, about problems and helped them through them. So it's like, I'm really good with people. People are my thing to like a very extreme degree. I'm most comfortable around people because I can usually tell what everybody's intentions are when I walk into a room. You just know. I can tell who has trauma, what the trauma usually is. I can tell who likes who, even if it's not in the open. I can walk into a room and see what people are hiding something, what people have what issues usually. Usually not super obvious, but like, especially if I like glance around and I'm like paying attention. It's kind of like the whole blood in the water principle of sharks, where like, if you know what I'm talking about and you've ever gotten this feeling before, then you know exactly what I mean. If you haven't, then you never will be able to, because you're just not open to it, or like not able to feel it. I have genuinely no idea how to explain it beside that. I know that some of you guys can agree with me that you felt that before, walking into a room and just knowing things about like everybody in the room right away. It's not like a psychic thing. It's like a body language thing, how they talk, how they look at each other. My frequency of messages shows a lot. I know how I come off, LOL. You don't come off any sort of bad. You don't come off any sort of needy. You don't come off as somebody who types too much and is like trying to be like, Mr. Streamer, Mr. Streamer. You don't come off at all like that. So if you think that, then I want you to know that you're in your own head about it. Because if I thought you did, I'd tell you. Because I don't care if it hurts your feelings, if it's something that I think you should improve on. If I genuinely thought that it was something like that, please tell me you watched the series Lie to Me. I might have. If I have, I don't remember what the show is off the name of the title. But like if I saw a clip of it, I might know. You know what I mean? Let me look it up. I can tell you if I've seen it. And I actually have never seen this. I actually haven't seen this, DJ. Booty, you want to know what you smell like to me? I think you would love it. Absolutely. Now, Booty, yeah, it's just like the term that I'm going to use for it. I'm not going to call you out for this. This is just generally me explaining. Don't tell me if I'm right. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to know, because if I know, then it defeats the point of me saying it. But you smell like abandonment issues, mommy issues, but mostly the first one, where you're afraid that people are going to take your words for something, twist it, and then leave because of it, like over everything else. I want you to know you are like literally the simplest person to read it and hear, which is the opposite of what you think. For me, you are absolutely... No. That's not how I see you. That's how you present yourself. Because you wouldn't be scared of the things you're scared about unless it was true. But also, like, don't tell me if it is or not. I genuinely don't want to know. Because if I tell you this and I'm wrong, then you're like, oh, okay, I am incorrect about something. But if I'm not wrong, then only you know. For a lot of people, I can describe them. I can because I see you guys. You guys talk to me. You don't try to shield it. You don't try to like manipulate it. You don't have anything to gain by doing that. So why would you? Like, for you, I think your biggest issue is self-confidence. I have literally not once found you annoying in the slightest, Booty. Like, not once. And I would easily tell you if it was true. Because I don't care to, like, coddle people's feelings if I think that it is important to tell them. You can ask anybody in here that. Abyss, can you confirm that you don't think I would ever coddle somebody's emotions if I thought that it would benefit them? I'm 25% of the way there, but not in the ways you think. Hey, whatever you say. I put it the way I put it for like specific reasons to make it a general statement. I'm not trying to get into details because I'm not trying to call you out or make this therapy thing. Just because I also want to like shield how you personally are. Talking about this type of thing in a public setting is like, it feels more like targeted assault. And I don't like that usually. I'm okay with assaulting Rin with it because Rin is simple and adorable. But like, for the most part, I want you to know you should really drop the idea of you typing a lot is you being too much. Because the only people that would be intimidated by you typing a lot are people that don't have a personality and don't know how to grasp somebody that has a personality. Like, literally, only people that do not have a personality are afraid of the things you've said. For me, I wish that every single person talked as much as you, Booty. Because it doesn't bother me at all. I might have to correct your grammar in my head, but, like, also, like, it's not an issue. It's just a personality. It doesn't bother me in the slightest because it's, like, literally how you are. That's like saying that Abyss being quiet and, like, lurking means that he's, like, a terrible person. It's like, what? How did you come up with that? Yeah, like, it's like the goofiest shit in the world to me to say, like, hey, I might be a lot, so tell me to tone it back if I'm typing too much. That is the most pick-me shit I've ever heard. Because the only person that would worry about that is somebody with self-confidence issues based on talking to people that does not have any sort of personality on their own. So, like, because you have a big personality on the inside, these people get nervous and then put you down for it. It is, like, the easiest tell in the world for that. It's like, bro, the only people that are going to have a problem with you at all are people that are absolutely scared of their own self. That was mostly because I don't understand Twitch culture. Twitch culture. There's no such thing. Maybe in chats, like really big chats, like emote spam chats and like stuff like that. But like saying Twitch culture is like saying American culture. There's so many different American cultural societies mixed together that there's literally no such thing as American culture. It's like saying that, like, yeah, it's like literally it means nothing. It's too big. There's no such thing as that. There's a community for everything. If you wanted to hate women, you could probably find a community. If you wanted to hate men, you could find a community. If you wanted to only talk and have a safe space where people ask about each other's day and then are like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're doing so good, you could find it. If you want people that are going to constantly put each other down, you could find it. Like, there's no such thing because everything is a thing. It's like the theory of hentai, where everything has its own thing. Well, surprise, surprise. That's exactly how it is here. There's too many personalities for it to not possibly be exactly like that. The only people that are going to be worried about you ever are people that have no personality. And keep that in mind. It's kind of like how with Abyss, I feel like a lot of times people are really nervous to talk. Rule 34, beaches. Yes, sir. People like Abyss are usually scared to talk too much because, like, they keep distant because, like, attachment issues of, like, getting over attached or however. Usually there's, like, 8 different reasons I could name, and all of them would be true. So it's kind of like I don't want to take too many freebies by just saying general things because that's just stupid. The fact that I can take so many easy shots is just like lazy storytelling. It's one of those things like it's so easy to just be yourself, even if you're quiet, even if you're whatever, because anywhere will be a place for you. Especially because you know how to talk like a human. Like I told you when you joined the call, you remember what I told you, Booty? I told you had the most normal white dude voice I have ever heard. That's a really big compliment. Because it means that you're a normal dude. You're not trying to ooh-woo at me. You're not trying to be any sort of different. You're just you. That's huge. Keep that in mind. Being unique when everybody wants to be unique and like trying to do something cool to your voice where you put on a fake accent or you try to change your voice or like whatever. No. I mean like normal white guy voice as in like normal guy next door voice. Like the normal guy that you walk to on class. I totally get you. It's kind of like one of those things where like if everybody tries to act like that, not only does it become immediately cringe, but it also dilutes every single person who's trying. Because then they take that one aspect that they're changing and make that their whole personality. It's like you'll see a lot of Twitch streamers and whatever who will make streaming their entire personality and mention it like once a day in a chat whenever they're in somebody's chat or whatever. I don't even, in chats that I'm in, I don't even tell people that I stream. I don't. Because I don't want them to know. Because I'm there to make them laugh. I'm there to make the streamer have fun interacting with chat. Because if they know that you're a streamer, they're going to think that you're there for a eventual collab. Or eventually a something. Because every single person is usually like that in a culture like Twitch. Where, like, there's little advantages that people get, yada, yada, yada. Everybody's paranoid. But also, just saying that you do stream is not bad. Bringing it up every day is where it's bad. Because, like, you can totally be like, oh, yeah, I stream too. And, like, here's how I relate to whatever you were talking about. But just bringing it up of your own volition when it's not, like, part of the conversation, that is mega cringe. That is mega cringe. Yeah. Yeah, like, no, like, even Abyss. Abyss streams. Abyss right there, the Abyssal Pause. He streams every once in a while. He doesn't have, like, a huge audience or whatever, or, like, a big schedule or whatever. But he streams. And he does it, and he's, like, actually doing it. He doesn't mention it, ever. He doesn't advertise it in any of the groups that he's in. He never tells. Because he doesn't want them to know or to see him. I literally... Okay, Abyss is somebody who has never once talked in... Yeah, the only way for people to know is some tips I drop for streaming. Yeah. Yeah, and I called him out for it. I was literally like, Abyss, you know that I was watching your stream, so I know what you sound like, right? Like, I know what you sound like. And he's like, yeah, but I'm still never going to talk because, like, I just don't I just am a chatter. I don't want to talk. I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck you. Fine. I get it. Yeah, it's like the only time that I mention that we stream is if it's coming up in like what somebody's asking me what I'm doing. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just editing for something that I want to do later for a project. They're like, what project? I'm be like, oh, it's like a streaming thing. Don't sweat it. Because like when I'm in people's chats, I am in chats as this name, Leviathan Maker. Doesn't have any direct contribution to this channel. And it only has links in the bio. So people can't see it and then immediately be like, oh, he's here for clout. Because like they click on my profile, they see like 2 followers. They'll be like, oh, he's just trolling. And then they'll drop it. And that's exactly what I want. If I wanted other people's chats to like take viewers or whatever, I could easily do that because I'm funny. I make people laugh in chats. It's my job that I love to do because it warms me up for stream. I have like 100 different reasons. I just enjoy making people laugh and making chats cursed as fuck. I have made people talk about pregnant Sonic and if the baby would count as one of the fastest organisms in the world if Sonic was pregnant with the baby and running at hyperspeed, or if it would be more similar to a fetus backpack. If the deformed fetus baby was suppressed by the G-forces, does it still count as a animal that is moving at that fast of a speed? Or would it be considered like a fat person in a scooter moving down a hill going approximately 80 miles an hour? Like, I've had these conversations in these chats. If I wanted to steal people because of it, I could self-promote, and I doubt that the streamers would care. But I don't want to. Just be you. That's the whole point of the story. Just be you. Everybody will like it. And if they don't, then it wasn't your crowd. Simple as that. You don't have to overanalyze it. You don't have to try to accommodate for it. You don't have to do anything for it. You'll find your spot. That's just how it goes. The thing is, do I want that spot to be here? I do. Because I like the people that are here. Does that mean that you guys can't leave? No, of course not. Are you kidding? Life gets in the way. If you guys get busy, you guys go get married, you guys do whatever. I want you to stop back in and check in and be like, hey, yo, dude, I've been doing all this shit. I've been doing all this stuff. This is what I have been enjoying. And my life's been great. That is what I want. I want you guys to come back and know that you have a spot to always hang out and always have fun. That's my goal. Because I like like-minded people. But I like making people laugh even more. My thing. I'm never going to do something. Also, hello, Mist. Welcome back. I'm never going to do anything super important in life. Like, I'm a normal dude, right? I might not be normal, but, like, I'm just a dude. I don't own a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't invent things. I don't have the technical know-how to do anything better than anybody else like that. I'm good at people, and I'm good at making people laugh. Now, what does that mean? The most important thing that I'm probably ever going to do is make people happy. Is that bad? Is that low-tier fruit? Is that not what I should be doing with my time? Not even close. I think it's one of the most important things in the world. I've been doing that since I was 12. I've been a hotline for a long time. Now I can just make people happy passively. That's a really good gig compared to some of the shit that I've had to go through, man. I am happy to always help put a smile on somebody's face that has had a bad day. Whatever day it is, no matter what. So, like, whenever the day comes, whenever somebody's down and they want to watch, and they want to load up some clips and laugh, or whatever, Even if it doesn't make them laugh, even if they just want the company of some voice in the background, I'll be there. And not for any other reason besides because I can. Because I do deem it as important. I deem it as the most important thing I do. Because life is important. And you know what makes life important? Being able to find that happiness. What was that? At least to me. Things are very black and white for me. I have nobody to impress because I've already found Oxy. I have nothing to take advantage of because I don't care to take advantages when I think that I will get there authentically. We've been streaming for 4 months. I've met all of you amazing people, and even you guys have been bringing more people in steadily. Eventually, we'll have a big community here. I don't think I'll have to do a thing. Genuinely. I don't think I'd have to upload clips. I don't think I'd have to upload whatever. I think that eventually we will find a huge group of people that will enjoy it here. And that's exactly what I want. Because I want you guys to have fun here no matter what. Because you could always just be like, hey, guys, who wants to play Apex? And I want there to be people that you can be like, shit, I'll play Apex with you. Fuck you. I know you suck, but like, hey, let's have some fun. If we get shit on, oh well. That's what I want. To me, it's like, I enjoy streaming for a lot of the reasons why people don't enjoy streaming. I enjoy it because it's parasocial. I don't want it to be parasocial as in, like, you guys try to meet me IRL or whatever. I'll be a voice in your head. I don't mind. I don't care if you jerk off to me. I literally don't. Because, like, whatever you do is what you do. Can't stop it. You guys want to write fan fiction? You guys want to draw images? You want to do whatever? I encourage it. Because it shows me that you guys care. How could somebody care about me like that when I've done nothing? I don't know. But people seem to be trying to prove me wrong over and over about how much they can care about somebody that doesn't deserve it. I know that that's like kind of going to seem sappy, but like, you guys don't owe me anything. I don't even need to be on always tab or however. Like, you guys don't have to show up every day. Are you kidding? I do not deserve that. I've done nothing to deserve that. But you guys still do it. Like, I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But it's awesome. It makes me feel like I can be still surprised. Honestly. I really do. I'm very hard to surprise. I'm very hard to surprise. But that's just because I expect everything usually. But like honestly, streaming has been one of the things that has surprised me the most. I didn't think that so many people would actually want to stop by and talk. Or listen or learn or just hang out. Even if they're lurking, even if they can't hear me. I find it so impressive that you guys care. Because, like, it's exhausting to care. I get it. Life's busy. I'm just happy I can make you guys enjoy it. I'm happy that I can help in some way. Because I'd be doing this for free. I really would. No matter what. If there was one person, if there was 6 people, if there was 200, it'd still just be me. Doing the same shit. I don't really care how many people are watching. I really don't. I know that people are like, oh man, like whatever. Like I'm a normal dude. We live like paycheck to paycheck like everybody else. We put away a little bit and then it goes away to some other expense. But like my meals are secure. I don't have to worry about not eating. I'm not homeless. That's more than enough for me. Honestly, if I can make you guys enjoy shit with all this, it's like, hey, shit. I'm happy to help. Yeah, and like that's all it needs to be, Mist. That's all it needs to be. It doesn't have to be that deep. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. But I appreciate it. Even if it's surface level, even if it's deeper, even if it's to the point where you're like, man, I want to write a story about how those two met and how they fuck. Like, I don't care. I think it's just awesome to see the creativity of people. That people could come up with a story for me or for anything. I love art because it shows how creative people can be and how awesome they can put that mental image that they have, this effort that they made in their own head onto paper. It's like, shit. If they can do that, what excuse do I have? And some of those conversations are very entertaining. Hey, wouldn't have it any other way, right? If I'm not interesting, then how can I live with myself? I have to hear myself all the time, Mist. I have to hear myself all the time. Are you kidding me? God, if I was boring, you know how much worse I'd be? Holy shit. I would hate that. Holy shit. Insanity is a good thing sometimes. Keeps it interesting. Dun, 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 dun. All right, hold on. Sorry, I had to plug in my tablet. Okay. Is that working? Okay, it worked. But yeah, like that's just a little glimpse in my head. For me, it's like my philosophy forever like young for me. I always gave people advice on things, and I never thought that I was worthy to give advice. So my philosophy was always if I'm not willing to change myself and to work hard to improve myself and to constantly improve, constantly like do stuff, then how on earth can I possibly tell somebody else to improve? How can I possibly give somebody else advice? So for me, the things that I strive for and the things that I constantly push myself to be better at are there because I always want to be driving to be better. Because if I'm not always driving to be better, then I have no right to tell other people that they should in any way. You don't deserve to if you can't do it yourself. Kind of silly little thing, but one of my basic tenets. Why on earth would you be able to judge other people if you can't do it yourself? A tough guy has to be tough because he's gone through it. Easy dub. Oh well. I've been too philosophical. When was the last time you guys shit your pants? back to the classics, huh? Oh god. Sorry guys. Senior year? Nice. Does a bubbly fart count? Like one that leaves like a little bit of like a wet stain? Or do you have to actually like drop a log? Or like to like squirt out a little bit? Enough that you'd have to wipe. If you can just pat it with your underwear, does that count as still having to shit yourself? You know what I mean? Because if that little bit of cloth can absorb whatever it was, then does that mean that it wasn't a lot? Solid piece, even if it's thin. But what if it's diarrhea? Because, like, do you get a freebie if you, like, let the water fountain down your leg? Or is it like it could pat to go away, but if you have to do more than pat it with the underwear, then it's, like, definitely a shid? Worth thinking over more? Thank you. Thank you. I'm something of a thinker myself. And a stinker. You know, I forget that people can join whenever I'm just talking about things. It's the diarrhea. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, diarrhea really complicates the issue. Up. Up. All right. Now I'm moving a little bit better. I don't know why my fucking my calibration thing is like woo 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 woo, even if I'm like barely moving. I don't know why. It's really fucking up right now. Oh well. Who cares? All right. All right, did I put you guys to sleep with that philosophical thing, Abyss? Are you dead? DJ, did I kill you? Did I put you into a thinking mood? Are you ready? Most of today, it looked like you had a stink eye. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm not using my normal software. So I'm going to look a lot worse than normal. But since my camera was acting up so much, it was kind of like, working on something in what the fuck are you doing in Unity? You okay? I can see if it'll work now. We'll see. Oh, I did that face on purpose for the record. That was actually just a meme. You guys like how I look? You like this? Check it out. So now this is how it looks on my end, right here, in my other software. So like, I can go like this. Not really, but it was quite insightful about you. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know. I don't know whether to say thank you, you're welcome, or anything. Cassandra Nova, thanks. So how this works is this is the default VBridger. So VBridger makes your tracking better on 3D modeling. So right now it is not connected. So like this is like the stupid right now. See? I hope it's all good and all bad, DJ. I'd love to hear your opinion on what impressions I've given you. But yeah, this is actually not connected right now correctly at all. So it's kind of just like freaking out more so. Like good ones. Oh no. God. Shit. How am I supposed to be a bad guy? How am I supposed to be like, damn, shoddy? Ah ha ha. What's if I'm seeming like a good guy? What the fuck? Personally, I think that sociopaths get a really bad rep. We're not that bad. I think that the people who like end up like Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff. I didn't say good guy. What? I'll cry. I'll cry right now. But first, I just realized I said Unity. I meant Unreal Engine. Oh, God, that's worse. At least I know Unity. I could help you if it was Unity. I can't help you if it's that. Oh. Weird. that usually comes from your parents and environment whenever you're younger. So there's two types of well, there's like 6 types, but there's 2 simplified types of sociopathy that I've come to find. One of them is learned based on environment. It's based on trust issues, usually that it has to do with not having a person that you can trust. So, like, siblings are assholes and parents are assholes too. So, to protect yourself, you learn to feel nothing, or to analyze people and to judge things based off of logic and everything. That's learned sociopathy. The natural sociopathy is, even if you do have all of those things, like trusting family and whatever, you just won't understand how people feel the way that they feel, and won't understand what people are feeling at all. I learned about emotions for a long time, and I've pretty much got them figured out, but, like, sometimes I can't be damned. Like, I don't know. It's a conversation I'd have to have with Oxy here, because she can kind of explain it better, too, with how, like, she's realized I am. Because, like, I can understand how people feel the way that they do, but that doesn't mean that I will feel that way, even if I should. It's like, here's a good example. I think that in 4 years of me and Oxy dating, like, being as close as you probably can be, she's seen me get mad twice. Like, genuinely mad. Twice. In my entire life, I've never been depressed. I don't really get sad. The only time I was really sad is when my grandma passed. Or, like, my family dogs. But it takes, like, incredibly overwhelming amounts of emotion. If I begin to feel depressed, I basically, like, snap myself out of it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? If you can feel that way, then you can improve it. What are you doing? And then I'll just, like, kind of just, like, task manager that feeling, and then it's just gone. But, like, I don't get mad. I get frustrated, but, like, I don't get mad. It never translates to anger that same way. Cool trick? I wish. I wish. It's people that tell you that it's great to feel nothing have no idea how boring it is to feel nothing at all. All of the time. It's awful. It's way worse than feeling something. Yeah, even if it's depression, even if it's, like, whatever, whenever you feel nothing at all, time just passes. You'll realize months have gone by and you haven't really realized anything. You haven't had a single sentient thought in months if you don't have any reason to feel. It's kind of what separates you from monkey. Your sense of time is caused by the exhilaration of emotions. So, like, lacking that is a very, very heavy detriment. Even if, like, if for people that do have, like, genuine depression, it's like, oh, man, I would do anything to have that ability. And I agree, sometimes with, like, extreme cases, absolutely it's better to feel nothing. But, like, to truly, like, feel nothing, to know that, they will never understand. You cannot understand it. It's kind of like asking a colorblind person what they see. You know what I mean? I can tell you, I can explain it in 1,000 ways. But it's kind of like looking at a painting of a person to understand what a person is. It's like, no, a painting can't do it justice. What are you feeling? I'm just here. Yeah, it's like being an observer. It's like being, like, the demon on somebody's shoulder. I really enjoy corrupting people, but only because corrupting people means that you're opening the door to new ideas for them. Honestly, I think that the idea of not corrupting people is weird, because if you corrupt somebody and you, like, explain all of these, like, extreme concepts, whatever, like sadism, masochism, whatever, this is a hell of a conversation change, I know, but it makes sense. If you corrupt somebody then you are actually showing them all of the possibilities that they can get into and understand and learn to love. Every single thing that you do not know of, that you hate, is one less thing that you can love. I actually am so jealous of people that love everything. I am so jealous of Phoenix being able to just be happy, go lucky, and like, just like to be excited to be there. I am incredibly like, it's an amazing thing for me to see. Because like every single thing that I dislike is one less thing that I can like. You have to realize that. Picky eaters, all of that, that is one less thing that you can love with all of your heart. That you can truly be like, yeah, that's my fucking shit. Like liking men, that means that if I don't like men, if I don't find men sexually attractive, that is literally 50% of the population that I cannot have sex with. It's a weird comparison, but think of it without genders. What if 1 in every 2 women you physically could not find attractive no matter how beautiful they were? Puts it differently, doesn't it? It's strange, but when you think of it like that, you start to be like, wow, I wish that I could get into clapping some dude ass, but like, it's not my thing. Honestly, like, I feel like my balls would get velcroed with their balls, and then it'd be like a whole kerfuffle. And like, if our balls clapped together, I feel like I'd like lose my stiffy, and it would just kind of be like Velcro, and it wouldn't be a good time. So like, I don't know. Corruption is not corruption. A lot of people are always like, oh my God, you're corrupting them by teaching them all of these bad things. Oh my God, don't tell them all of that. I'm like, why? If they hate it, then they'll hate it. If they like it, then they might find something that'll make them feel alive. How is that ever bad? Are you kidding me? If I could have people every day tell me about something that I'm going to enjoy, that I could try, with like a little issue and responsibility or risk, are you kidding me? I'd ask for new things every day. That's fucking awesome. I'd love to be into more things. Whether it's a sexual thing, whether it's a deviance thing, whether it's like whatever it is, whether it's like hiking. You know what I mean? Every single thing that you dislike is one less thing that you can love. So try to like everything. Try to try everything. Because like, what if you find your thing? What if you find one more thing that you can love and can fucking be like, yeah, that's my shit? Whether it's a genre of music, whether it's an artist, whether it's, I don't know, stuff being stuffed in your butt. I don't care. Try it. You never know. As long as you're of age and it's like, you know, a legal thing and like not going to cause harm to people. And, like, everybody's of a consenting age, yada, 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 yada. You know, all of the obvious shit that people feel like they have to talk around in fucking intellectual dishonesty. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to scare you guys with, like, a fucking philosophical debate. Does that make sense to you guys, or is that like a feeling that only I have? You good, at least from me? Does that concept make sense to you guys? All of you observers right now? Let me know if that is something that you agree with. That every single thing that you do not like is one less thing that you can love. So you should try everything. Within reason, of course. Harmful things are, like, definitely, like, a no-no. But, like, I don't know. Whenever I see people's, like, BDSM test scores and whatever, I'm always surprised to see experimentalists so low for them. Because, like, I feel like that's not a concept that people really, like, understand as, like, a core human value. Hey, you won't know how you feel until you try. Sure. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're just basically talking people into kissing men or something." And I'm like, "What? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Hello?" I think mine was like 80% or something. Yeah, yours was decently up there. Never lectured you on it, but like I know people that are like, "Oh no, it could go badly for me. I'll never do it." You don't know what the BDSM test is? Do you know what the BDSM test is? I never searched it. No, I just bought the stuff because I fantasized. I want you to know, you can't hear it. But if it would get picked up, I would slap my fucking forehead right now. Guys, this is a momentous occasion. Congratulations, everybody. Ring the town bell. Ring the bell. We've found somebody who has not taken the BDSM test and does not know what it is. Congratulations. A unicorn. Yep. Thank you, Abyss. Thank you. Booty, I want you to know that that is probably a 1 in 500. Yeah, totally normal, Booty. Totally normal. I want you to know what you just said, though, is absolutely a 1 in 500. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I'm not making fun of you. And whenever you discover it is when you discover it. That's totally okay. But that is absolutely rare as shit. I gotta take the test then? Yeah, hold on. I'll send you a link. No, take the one that I want you to. No. I'll send it to you. Don't like me 'cause their girlfriends do. There you go. I'm gonna be honest. I'd be more worried about like accidentally showing stuff. Yeah, take the so what you're gonna do is when you load this up, you're going to hit no, I want to take this test anonymously. I pinky promise I'm not a robot. But whatever you want for the statistics, do length, I prefer maximum accuracy, scope, all questions, and then say test count first time. And do not be afraid to put an extreme answer on something you really like. Okay, so just click through normally. Like, once you load it up, you'll be on the whole, like, front page where it's like, take it anonymously. I promise I'm not a robot. Put your gender and everything, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Put the maximum accuracy, and then do all of the questions, and then do first timer. And don't lie. You're not doing an ideal version of yourself. You're doing what you think. It's going to take a while. Now, DJ was lying. It is not short. It's going to take you like 15 minutes at bare minimum. Because it's your first time doing it. So you actually have to think. Don't just haphazardly answer. Don't make it an ideal version of yourself. Yeah, DJ, but like, when you say short to kids that grew up on TikTok, then they think it means 5 minutes. You know what I mean? The ones I experienced will be easier to answer. It's going to ask you if you want to be used as a toilet. So things that you hate, don't be afraid to put the far left answer or whatever. And things that you really know that you are curious of, put the far right. Never be afraid to do extreme answers. The worst thing you can do is put neutral on everything. Maybe do slightly one way, slightly the other. Try not to do neutral. You're okay to do neutral, but also, like, neutral questions are basically passes. Just imagine it as neutral as pass. Stuff make more sense. Okay. Thinking that the BDSM stuff you know is going to make it easier to answer the test. You foolish child. No, the questions are... they're interesting. I usually recommend that people take this test every 6 months. If not every 4. Just because it's good at self-thought and self-analysis. I don't usually have to because I can ask myself those questions without, like, thinking about it because I can just analyze myself. But, like, for normal people, it's really good. Like, genuinely, it's like the test that I've probably visited the most in my lifetime and the most, like, visited site I've gotten people to visit. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Booty, when you get done with that, you can send it to me, but I want you to know that a lot of people believe, and this is actually true, that if somebody has those answers, then they can manipulate you very easily with them. That is true. I will tell you right now that I don't give a damn about manipulating you. You can give me literally nothing. I do not care. So if you want to send them to me, cool. I'm just curious. But, like, also, you don't have to. You can also post them live in the Discord if you like. I really don't give a shit. We're going to make a spot for them eventually in the Discord for people that do want to share them. So maybe keep it to yourself for now if you do want to share it publicly. If you want to just send it to me, that's fine too. But know that I am likely to tease you publicly about it only because that's the way that I am. And I think that if you can't handle teasing about it, then you shouldn't be into it, or you shouldn't be allowed to like it. Because if you're afraid to like something publicly, then you don't like it. But that's just me. Yeah. I have to get up in 4 hours? 3 hours? So I will probably be heading out here. But I want you guys to know, I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble. Really do. It's weird. You guys make me feel strange for me. Like all of you do. You guys make me believe that I can like people. It's weird. It really is. Thank you. It's been a really interesting thing, streaming. Just because of all of you guys. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for the lurks, as always. I know a lot of you guys have me on Permatab. I know that a lot of you guys have us on whatever. And I want to say thank you for supporting not only me, but also supporting Oxy. I know that she really enjoys this too. And it's a really nice social thing that we can do without having to go out and risk getting shot or worse. And I wouldn't trade it. Now that I've started doing it, I feel like I want to do this for a long time. And I hope that you guys want to tune in every day. But even if life gets in the way, hey, I'll see you whenever life gets less busy, all right? Take care, everybody. Don't feel like you ever have to show up. I'm just happy you're there when you do. Bye, Felicias.